We should be live now.
Okay, hey guys, how's it going? Okay, so this is the Metalworks map review. So I'm going to start off an offense and the rollout. So as usual, everybody crouches for the demo. The demo gets heals until he is gone, and then the pocket's going to do his escape plan, push out, hurt himself, and then get out there quick. That way, the demo will call, roll out this way, and he will call if he's going main, which is the lower right, or if he's going to go balcony, which is the top left. So demo comes this way, everybody comes this way, and then if our combo is going to go left, then our flank goes to the right, and vice versa. If our combo goes down here, okay, then our flank is going to come up here. All right, so the flank being our roamer and our flank scout, of course. So if I come down here, and I like coming down here as a demo, why? Because it's less choky. The balcony is easier for them to spam. I would say a higher percentage of people come here, so more spam is generated around here. That is why I like coming down here. So if we always come down here, yes, it's predictable, but it's not as spammy. So I kind of like this. If we keep winning mids, I'll probably stick to this. If not, then I'll probably change it up and we'll start going up to the balcony there. So high ground is king in this map. So our soldiers, we're going to call these the high point. So we have one soldier, probably our roamer, go ahead and take the high point. If we're coming out down this way, then our pocket is going to go up there, and then our combo scout, you'll be around here. And our flank scout, you could be all working around the point, supporting our roamer, etc. And then you guys would be on opposite side, same sort of thing. If we roll out on the balcony side, then you guys come out through the main and do that. So be sure to, if we get down by 2 people, then it's time to get out of dodge. If we're down by 1, you stay in the fight, because you could have 1 or 2 super low health of theirs, and all you got to do is get 1 to get even numbers again. So unless it's really obvious that our positioning is horrible, then it's time to bail. So that's it. So flank, you're always opposite the combo at mid, and what I'll do is demo. I like putting a lot of spam through here, but I can see if they're coming out through there too. So my biggest concern is getting flanked by a scout, coming up to the side, either side. So our combo scout, you need to kind of watch my back and the medic's back, because we're going to be around here if we come out bottom and kind of protect us. So if they're all clumped up there, I'll probably get a little bit more aggro. We'll get more in their face with rollers and stickies, and hopefully we can just bully them out, and then we can go ahead and cap point. If we get several, if we're up by 2, I just want 1 scout only, and this goes for all maps. 1 scout only to cap. Who's ever here first, just go ahead and do it. You cap. Don't let the demo cap. Don't let a soldier cap. 1 scout only cap. Everybody else just pushes. If both scouts are down, and I need you guys to call it, oh, we're both dead. Okay, and then we just can't push as fast, or a soldier or a demo will have to sit back and cap. If we get big numbers, and then maybe just 2 people, the medic and 1 other class push, as like soldier or whatever is still capping, and we come in here and start coming to second. So let's just say that we can't push, and now it gets very stalematey. A lot of times the demo will have a trap here and here, so we've got to be careful about that. I don't like pushing to the hallway as much. What I'd like to try to do a fair amount, not every time, so we're not predictable, but a fair amount, is have a roamer only here, make presence, let them see you, let it know that you're over here, take a few shots, whore this pack over to here, and ammo, and then take a few shots. That way their eyes over here. And what I'd like is for everybody else, the other 5 players, to start pushing in through the valley here, and then this one here is not as choky. It's a good spot because you can get a little high ground here, and also you can spam over these fences and through here. So you can actually kind of dish out a lot of damage as long as you can catch them a little bit off guard. The other thing we can do too is we can do a bum rush. Everybody comes up here. If they have a scout or a soldier over here watching on the flank, they can do a 3, 2, 1 now. That would be if their scout or soldier falls back here and he doesn't see us, right? Or we could come up, probably, this would be a better side here. 3, 2, 1, and we kill 1 person to flank, then we've got a new back advantage coming up here. All right, and then I like coming in through here, spamming in through here. We have to be careful of our uber advantage, be very cognizant of that. If they get numbers, then hold more passive. If it's even and we get 1, then that's a good time to push in, or even numbers. Try try to hold off and you letting them Uber first if you can, medic, and then we'll hit it secondary. If we hit it first, you know it's going to outcome's going to be. Anytime you hit it first on a push in, it's kind of an automatic outcome. They're going to save it, hit it last. Their Uber's better, and we have to get out. So it's a wasted Uber. Unless we get a numeric advantage and get a pick, then that means that we can push with that advantage going through there. So again, combos can avoid that. Doesn't mean every time. That's the worst place to push through because they have this huge high ground advantage there. But here, that works out pretty good sometimes. So, and then soldier, you can bomb as we're pushing in. That would be a great distraction. So, okay, ready? Okay, we're pushing now. Soldier, you're going to come out here and boom, and then you're going to do an airstrike and come down here and try to bomb on them, try to force them. And then if they go first, then we Uber second, and then we got a big advantage there. If we wipe out most of them, okay, just one scout only cap. The rest of it is just bum rushed and come in here as fast as we can, right to last. And as demo, I'll try to put stickies, rollers there, and just keep pushing. Okay, so that's our push to second, and then if we can't push to third really fast or push to last really fast, then we're going to take control here, and we'll be kind of stalematy at this point. Okay, what I'd like to do, we need an advantage. So it's either an Uber advantage or we get a numeric advantage if we have even Ubers. If we have an Uber advantage, I'd like our scout building, get ready. A lot of times they have traps there, so it's not bad to push from the left. We'll call it from the left or through the main or from the far right. I mean, we have 4 different places we can push through. It's kind of good here because then you can be really close to them if you're going to push in and use. So if we're going to come this way, make sure we start pressing in about 90 because it takes a while to hoof it down here. By the time you're here, 98, 99, and then use. Okay, so if they have a sentry gun anywhere, okay, the demo's going to take the Uber. And a good spot's back in here for a gun, by the way, if we're going to build one too, or here. But demo's going to take the Uber in, kill the gun. Everybody else is going to DM. After the Uber fades, demo's going to fall back. And then I'm going to put stickies on the point. Hopefully I don't get flanked by a scout, which happens sometimes. If they don't have a sentry gun, we're always going to, and this goes for most maps, I'd like our scout and a soldier come on in and taking the Uber, and as a demo, I will sit back and I will spam. That's what I do. I will put stickies on the point so you guys can jump on and off the point. If they try to get on it to block, boom, I'll just det and then put more stickies back on the point. So take advantage of that if I'm back there spamming. Combo scout, try to keep an eye on me out of the corner of your eye in case I do get jumped by a scout so I don't get picked off, because if I get a scout on me, usually you know the outcome there. So also, if we're losing, like it's 1-3, something like that, for example, we need to get risky. Okay, say we don't have that pick, we need to start pushing in and doing the best we can because we have to keep getting those points in order to even have a chance of tying. If we don't do that and we play very conservatively, the clock, that's going to be it. If we're dead even and we're not getting picks, that kind of thing, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a bum rush. This goes for all maps across the board. Whenever I call a bum rush, we're going to come here and we're all going to be behind a wall. Nobody peek. So no, they don't. The call would be, okay, there's a scout peeking far left. I don't want to see that. Just assume there's always a soldier right here. They love hiding here. So we're all going to come. We're going to gather up here. That's going to be all 6 of us. That means flank 2. I'm going to call 3, 2, 1, go. And we almost always can get that soldier right there. That's a free pick, right? And have our medic be healing whoever the first fighters were. If some people took some damage. Now it's 6v5. And our medic, you're going to try to hang on to it until they use first. And so the rest of our teams, once they see us all bum rushing, they may be tempted just to use. Now all of a sudden we get this big Uber advantage. So try to hang on to it. You be the last one to use medic as we all push in. But that's the bum rush. And anytime in the future on all maps, if I call it, we're going to bum rush, that means we all hide up, don't come up against the wall because they will see the shadow through here. So just stay off the wall by about a foot or so. Gather up, and we're going to call 3, 2, 1 now. But nobody ever peek when we're going to do a bum rush. Stay out of sight and then all of a sudden there we are, 6 of us, and who's ever there is screwed. And it could even be 2 players are screwed. With all our focused fire, they're going down. So we get picks that way, and we get our advantage that way. We turn it from being an even stalemate thing into being one up, which often we just work and work and work to get that. So that's the beauty of the bum rush. So that'll be an overall philosophy there. Okay, so if we're going to off class an offense, I only want to see a scout ever off class. I want our soldiers to stay soldiers because they're so valuable. We really need them. Both our soldiers are good. I really want our soldiers just to keep staying soldier and work it. A scout, you could come up either a sniper or you could come up spy, come over here, wait, maybe try to hide around here, and then come in for a med pick and then see if you can get the med. Wait till you die first. Just don't go back to spawn and change. Don't purposely just spawn die and die. But if you just get picked off, like the soldier drops down and kills you, then come up an off class if you think it's warranted. Also, be very, very vocal if you're going to come up an off class so we all know. I'm coming up sniper. I'm coming up spy. The other thing you can do is maybe come heavy, and just heavy for the win. A lot of power, just picking off scouts and soldiers and taking down everybody's health, maybe forcing an Uber, that kind of thing. So those would be the 3 classes I would see as off-classing too. One of our scouts only though. That's where we got to draw the line there. So let's see, I think I covered everything with that on offense. Anything you can think of, Sam, that I didn't cover on?
No, not really.
Okay, so now I'm going to go defense. All right, so defensively, just in general, is pretty much the same as every other map. Okay, wherever the combo is, and I'm not going to cover a whole lot in defense because it's pretty standard stuff here. But if our combo's over here, I want our flank over there. That means our roamer and our flank scout, you guys can work together. So you're going to do the bait tactics, right? So if our scout don't be up against the wall, be back about 6 inches so they don't see your shadow. Or a soldier, and then you're going to be the big guns and allowing our scout to be the baiter. So our scout could try to bait. When you come in, try to go opposite side to the soldier. They're less apt to see you. Their field of view, they'll be looking this way instead of where our soldiers at, or maybe our soldiers in here. So scout, on our flank scout, you're going to be the person trying to bait. I'd like you two to work together all the time, all maps, talk about setting up. Okay, you hide here, soldier. I'll see if I can bait. I'm taking some hits, and then always walk away from the soldier, and then don't wait too long, soldier, and you're going to put a rocket right at their feet, juggle them, and then as soon as they drop down, kill them, or whatever you need to do. So I'd like to see our flank synergies working well together. And wherever a combo is, you guys just go opposite to it. I'm not going to go through a lot of call-outs in this map either. I think most people know that kind of stuff. Yeah, and just be careful about down there. It's not the best place to go through for anybody too, even on defense. Okay, and then on last, I'll cover that a little bit. Again, I only want 1 off class, so that way if we get a couple picks, we can all push out. If we have 2 off classes, like a heavy and a NG, we're real slow to, and that's the reason why. We're real slow to push out. Heavy stay last, NG stay last, everybody else go. So that's why we want to limit our off classes to 1. So whoever comes up, whatever scout comes up first, call out loudly, I'm a heavy, I'm an NG. Only go NG if you know this is going to be a while before they're going to push in. If they're going to push in pretty quick, and you think there's a likelihood of that, don't bother going NG. Go pyro. If you think they're coming in any second, come up pyro. That's usually the best off class because you can go fast to get here. Heavy is too slow to get to the point. And NG, you're just never going to make it if they're an impending push here. Like they have 5 and we have 1 or 2. That'd be a bad choice to go NG and they're on 4th.
The one thing you can do with NG, even if it is an impending push, is just build a sentry gun and make it more so as a distraction. Because even if it's a level 2 sentry or even a level 1, if you're near spawn whacking it, you can easily just switch off NG after the gun dies.
Yeah, actually, that's what I do. If I go NG, I put my gun under here, then I'll go back. I just sit in spawn and I wait. Gun goes down, I come out pyro. So you get the benefit of having a gun and being a pyro at the same time, aside from the little run that takes, or a heavy. So that's a definite. If you set up a gun, you have it level 3, you have it in a good spot hidden, go back to spawn and just wait till the gun goes down and be ready to come out a different class. You can't hit the other class you're going to play in spawn, or the gun will destroy. So you can't do that. You have to wait till the gun goes down, just be poised, ready to change class, and just hit it really quick once the gun goes down and come on out. And then you get the benefits of both worlds there.
I mean, it's more common to see this stuff on like a map like Process, but that's typically what the sentry gun is for. It's just to force them to take time to slow them down, and maybe even force an Uber out of them, since you're gonna be close to spawn anyways. Any spam damage you can just heal up, switch to the same loadout, and that way you don't have to run back all the way back to the spawn cabin, and you can just kind of cheese it that way.
The gun will go down. The gun is just a distraction, just like
Exactly.
Highlander.
That's all
So
it
the
is.
gun is there just to distract, to make them focus it, and wear down their Uber, and then you come out as a different class, a more powerful fighting class. So
Yeah,
indeed,
it's
and
almost
that's
like
standard.
it's almost like a sticky trap. It's there just to slow them down at the very least and make them worry about it, and maybe even eat up resources. And if they don't respect it, then they die. So
Okay, so any other time we're in defense, watch our numbers carefully. So if we get down by 2, we need to, if we have Uber or whatever, we can play passively. One thing to do if we're going to counter Uber to save the point, a lot of teams, they wait too long. Okay, don't wait too long. Use it to block. That's the whole reason if you're going to do it. So you got to block the cap. I see people, they Uber in and the cap happens and they're on the point. That's a waste at that point. So if you're going to block the cap, no kidding, block it. Be early rather than late or cutting it too close. That's the way to do it. And then by then our reinforcements come out and we'll be back to even, etc. So, and also take a look at how soon you think our reinforcements. If it's just the 2 of you and you Uber in, you're going to die anyway, and they'll just recap. So just use it wisely, be smart about it. The other thing too is be ready to rotate on our flank wherever we're holding. If our combo rotates to one side or the other, then our flank you're going to go opposite typically.
we kind of already covered that. The last
and high ground.
The last point that I think we need to cover is holding mid. Which
okay.
I mean, obviously that's barely ever going to happen, but it happens here and there where, you failed your second push and now you're going to want to hold, on mid.
Yeah, we're holding mid here, and so, well, I kind of talked about that we're going to push to the valley on a push.
Yeah, on the
so
push,
we did cover that part. On the hold, it depends. If they have an advantage, then you want to play more passive, and this is typical of all maps. Hang back here, hang back here. If it's even, then we can be more further forward, more aggressive. The trick is try to get them to force first, okay, then fall back. Now we go back in, we stop the cap, okay, now we have an advantage. And we can try pushing in if we kill a few. So if we don't, then it's just going to thwart their attempt to cap, and then we go back to building ASAP. And just watch the numbers, who has advantages. And don't be bashful about calling them out. Okay, they're up by 2, they're up by 1. I hear some people going, well, maybe we should go out, and I'll look, and I see there's 4 each alive. Or we have 3, they have 4, maybe they're lit. So don't ever get out if there's just 1, unless our positioning's horrible, like I said. If it's 2 down, it's time to pull a plug and go back and then go to the next point, go passive, and just see what happens there. If you're a soldier, one thing you can do is you can spam. Just keep spamming. That might stop them or keep them at bay from pushing while our troops regenerate and start coming out. And you might be able to actually hold a point just by putting spam down. You can put rocket here, rocket here, rocket here, rocket here. And then if you get a scout or a soldier and a scout, they're going to say, okay, they're there. I'm not pushing this until we get more people, just because of the spam. So you can be a hero and save the day just by spam. So all good teams spam, and be pretty free about spamming too. That's as demo, I do that quite a bit too. So spam is really important. So that's about all I have. Anything else, Sam, that I forgot?
Not that I can think of.
All right. Well, thank you guys. So I appreciate it. And this is our Metalworks. So.